In our last video, we talked about workers' compensation, and I mentioned that if your lawyer asks you to go to an I.M.E., then to follow those instructions. Well, what is an I.M.E. and how may it affect your workers' compensation case? An I.M.E. stands for Independent Medical Examination. With an I.M.E., sometimes I call them insurance medical examinations, not independent, because there's very little that's actually independent about it. It's where a doctor chosen and paid for by the insurance company examines you. The examination is to see what their doctors have to say about how injured you are, if you have a disability, or if you need surgery or some other treatment which could affect the amount of compensation you receive. The doctor's there to save money for the insurance company, essentially. The reason for this is because the workers' compensation insurance company, who's essentially paying for your medical bills, disagrees with how injured your doctor says that you are. What this process does is it combines what your doctor says with what their doctor says about your injury to reach some kind of middle ground. What I always hear from people is that, oh, the doctor was so nice, I talked to him for a while, he seemed like he really gets it. And then your lawyer gets the report, the doctor's saying, you're not injured. Shake it off, essentially. You shouldn't be surprised by that because these doctors, it's the same kind of group of doctors that we see over and over again in DC, in Maryland, and the states where we practice. And they're doctors that the insurance company hires, they can rely on them, they're gonna minimize your accident and your injuries. Going into an I.M.E. may seem unnecessary, but if you are requested to do so, you must follow those instructions. Refusing to prepare for an I.M.E. may show that you are unwilling to cooperate, leading to the view that you, as the injured worker, look maybe like you're not injured in some way or not forthcoming. When you go in there, it's important to be prepared. Don't over-embellish, but be straightforward and honest about your injuries and your treatment. Your own lawyer is going to have their own doctor examine you and give a medical analysis of your injuries and treatment. Well, with these I.M.Es, a lot of times they'll have percentages which represent the amount of your relative disability. And these percentages are what are used in the workers' compensation process to determine what your compensation should be. In fact, it doesn't always happen in every workers' compensation case. Every claim is different, so talk to a work injury attorney today so you can focus on your recovery.